Adventist Development Relief Agency Zimbabwe continues to serve humanity so all may live as God intended. This is demonstrated by the richness of the different projects that the organization is implementing in different parts of the country, which focus on enabling people to live life to the full, physically, socially, and spiritually. The organization has increased its coverage from 10 districts in 2017 to 14 districts, directly reaching out to almost 500,000 people. This has been made possible with support from the organization's funding partners, namely Adra Australia, Adra Japan, Adra Austria, Adra International, Adra Switzerland, Rise Against Hunger, Ministry of Foreign Affairs Japan, DFAT, Austrian Development Agency, USAID OFDA, Catholic Relief Services, FAO, WFP, and UNICEF. In its quest to promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, Adra Zimbabwe has continued to support communities to diversify their livelihoods and income options. For example, in Rua and Unguza districts, with support from DFAT and Adra Australia, Adra Zimbabwe has established 31 VSLA groups, benefiting 491 people. By June 2018, the groups had mobilized $108,104 in savings and $67,001 disbursed as loans to members.
Ndogara mugoromonzi mukuru unonzi kwatakadi muno matakadi tine mukando wedu watinoita weAdra Zimbabwe unotungamirwa naAdra Zimbabwe pamukando takautanga 2016 Adra Zimbabwe yakatisimudzira zvikuru zvakanyanyisa. Ndira kuitenda indakazvimira nokuti ndakatanga katakshop kangu kakari kemanga kadiki diki asi ndakachibva pamukando wataita iwo ndakagona kuvaka takshop inowe takshop yaane mukurumbira mukati menzvimbo yandinogara yakandisimudzira Adra Zimbabwe. Ndichibva ipapo ndakakwanisa kuti pamba pangu ndandireka kamba kadiki asi ndakwana kuti ndikwanise kuextenda ndiso box rekuti ndigare imba yakaita sei inenge iri nani. Saka ndakuitenda yakandipa simba rekushanda nekundisimudzira pazvinhu zvese zvandinoita inini ndinotorarama neAdra iyoyo. Chero zvimwe zvimboti omei asi Adra inotibatsira zvinhu zvakawandisa nekuti kumukando kwedu ikoko tinodzidzisana kushanda tichidzidzisana kuti ukatora mari yako unoishandisa sei. Saka ndakuzvitenda izvozvo nekuti izvezvi tava vanhu vanoverengwa semadzimai tiri mugrupu redu iro tava vanhu vanove zvinobatika zvakati wandei seni ndakakwanisa kutenga stendi yakazvimiririra ine zita rangu yakatovakwa. Saka ndakuzvitenda izvi kuAdra Zimbabwe kuti irambe ichitisimudzira semadzimai ichisimbisa pakuita sei pakushanda kwedu ikoko.
The organization continues to enjoy strategic partnership with the United Nations. Adra has been among the first local partners in the country to sign a 3-year-long partnership agreement with WFP to jointly collaborate on implementing various developmental interventions, leveraging on each partner's comparative advantage.
As an NGO, we thrive in partnerships, in working with others to make things happen.
The organization has included in its portfolio a new UNICEF-funded multisectoral nutrition and wash program which covers 7 districts, namely Mbire, Mtoko, Mount Darwin, Mzarabane, Gokwe North and Cholocho. The project seeks to promote hygiene and behavior change through the facilitation of community-wide participation enhancing initiatives driven by community health clubs and school health clubs, as well as rehabilitating water sources for improved water and sanitation hygiene in those 7 districts. The organization has signed an agreement letter with the Ministry of Agriculture that will see the FMS approach being rolled out in a number of districts by Adra Zimbabwe, with the facilitation of the government extension officers for wider coverage. The FMS approach has not just enabled farmers to identify their own markets, but has transformed most households. So far, 6,450 families are benefiting from this project, and their lives have been transformed as they are able to produce horticultural crops which sell consistently to leading supermarkets. Some have since started building, while others are buying cars and domestic animals such as cattle, goats and sheep. Adra has intensified its engagement with the church. Recent church and Adra engagements include a cholera response in September 2018, where the church and Adra pooled funds and donated water containers and water treatment chemicals to 24 churches in Glenview and Wuririro districts. These were in the epicenter of the cholera outbreak. The Gokwe North Education Project, funded by Adra Japan and Ministry of Foreign Affairs Japan, has not just supported the construction of 8 classroom blocks, but supported 88 non-formal education students to attend lessons. 8 out of the targeted 88 learners managed to sit for their grade 7 exams this year, after they were successfully integrated into the mainstream school. Adra seeks to layer its development interventions for greater impact. This is evident in Kanyemba, Mbeere district, northeast of Zimbabwe. With support from Adra Austria and the city of Vienna, UNICEF, WFP, Adra Switzerland and Adra Network, Adra has managed to transform the community, with over 4,000 people enjoying the benefits of these projects. As Adra Zimbabwe, we continue to step into the future, changing one life after another. Most districts in the country are generally food insecure due to the tandem of agroecological and weather factors that cause recurring drought, mid-season dry spells and yearly floods. Adra Zimbabwe has been at the forefront in the fight against hunger.
I am Mr. Mateva from local government. It's high time for me to say something about our district partners. Actually, we've got Adra Zimbabwe. Actually, they got an interest into our district sometime in 2015, where they've targeted the Doma community, which are very much vulnerable. These are backward communities. So through their interventions as a district, we do value life-changing moments. We have witnessed so many changes in the life of this Doma community. They've engaged in production of soaps, production of dignity kits. Actually, we are happy, and also we are wishing that the Adra Zimbabwe we extend from the two what they are targeting. That's Ward 1, Kanyemba, and the Ward 2, and that's Angwa. We are thinking if they can cover 4 or 5 wards, because their interventions are life-changing. And also currently they are on FFA projects. They're covering the same wards, Ward 1 and Ward 2, and these projects are being funded by WFP, and we are happy because they're covering 3 years. So we do believe after 3 years something will have changed for the Loma community, together with the Chikunda and the Kore people will benefit a lot from these interventions. And also we want them to establish some permanent offices so that we have them in terms of coordination.
The Relief and Recovery School Feeding Initiative, or RRSFI, that Adra Zimbabwe is implementing in Gokwe North and Jishavane to fight against hunger and malnutrition, is just one of several. With funding from Adra International and Rise Against Hunger, learners are fed every morning with a rice-corn-soya blend fortified with minerals. The project has contributed to the reduction of malnutrition among the ECD learners and an increase in enrollment and attendance rates. The RRSFI project is therefore considered an effective safety net, which not only prevents learners from going hungry in the classroom, but also acts as a tool for transformation, ensuring that every child has access to education, health and nutrition. Adra's newly acquired offices have resulted in the reduction of office rental payments. The offices accommodate more than 60 Adra employees. The organization has also constructed another office block in Gokwe North to accommodate the staff operating in that remote area. The organization has also acquired a fleet of land cruisers in order to scale up its operations in different areas across the country, which are not accessible by small vehicles. With Jesus in the vessel, we can smile at the storms. Thus, we are optimistic that the future is bright for the organization and the communities we work with, as we continue to show love, compassion, and justice in all our work.